Hello. Good afternoon. Today we are going to work on our free code camp review page. So I already have this open. I'm probably going to strip most of it. Fill the below user stories and get all of the tests passed. Give it your own personal style. You can use HTML, JavaScript, and CSS to complete this project. Plain CSS is recommended because that is what the lessons have covered so far, and you should get some practice with plain CSS. You can use Bootstrap or Sass if you choose. Additional technologies, just for example, jQuery, React, Angular, and Vue, are not recommended for this project, and using them is at your own risk. Other projects will give you a chance to work with them. User story number 1. My tribute page should have an element with a corresponding ID equals main, which contains all other elements. Let's see here. We can close this. There's going to be no JavaScript. Check to see. No Fs. Oh, I'm on the wrong scene too. Look at that. All right. So let's see here. Ooh, that might put a damper on things. Shoot. Yeah. Yes, of course. All right. I should be working. Oh my goodness. There you go. Open this in an incognito window. So, I think I'm gonna just delete everything. I just wanted to fork this so we had easy access to the tests. Let's use Bootstrap. Version 4. We won't use any of those. let's inspect this. All right, good. So we have our main, and we'll hide this for now. I want to take this out. I have a new keyboard, so I'm probably going to be making a ton of little mistakes. Okay. See here. Equals main. Oh, I didn't need to save that. So user story number 1 is done. User story number 2, I should see an element with a corresponding ID equals title, which contains a string, i.e. text, that describes the subject of the chart view page. So we need actually we'll do this. Bruce Lee. Alright, that's done. User story number 3. I should see a div element with a corresponding ID equals image div. So we're gonna need div with image div. In the image div element, I should see an image element with the corresponding ID equals image. Oh, I do need a save. Okay. So this will have we'll have an image here. ID equals image. This is gonna have to have an alt. Bruce Lee chillin' for now. So that should be good for user story number 4. Number 5. Here, within the image div element, I should see an element with a corresponding ID image caption that contains, oops, where am I? That contains textual content describing the image shown in the image div. And what do we use for that? Let's go to the curriculum. I know that it was listed here. This. We'll be able to leave the alt blank because we're using in this lesson. Oh, and we actually here we go. Save this. Where did they pull their images from? Let's take a look. Inspect. Static clicker. Okay. Oh yes. We don't want to use Wikipedia. wonder if I should re-upload this somewhere. Use that now. Alright, so we got that. Minimize this for now. Story number 5. See here, this needs in the image div element. Should see element with a corresponding ID equals image caption. There we go. Okay. User story number 6. I should see an element with a corresponding ID equals attribute info. What's up, Shane? I am... Oh, man. Thanks for the watch. I need the viewers. Building a Bruce Lee tribute page for fun and certification, even though I know all this stuff. No. I've been doing it for 18 years. So this should be in a section. Should see an element with the corresponding ID tribute info. see an anchor element with a corresponding ID tribute link, which links to an outside site that contains additional information about the subject of the tribute page. So we're going to need let's go back. They do it here. You have the header, main, sections, article. And that's where you put, so maybe I don't think I'm gonna have a header. You have a header without a footer? Or a footer without a header? Sure you can. Does it make sense? Anyway. We'll make that a dead link for now. You water, my friends, yes. I have, I studied some, an old friend taught me some, Wing Chun. I got all the posters for the different, like, practice orbs that I should do. I don't. I should. Let's see here. This is gonna have an ID. Yeah, actually, I think that's fake. I think I was just reading about that, actually. It's on this Wikipedia page for him. Where does it say? Yeah, right here. Bruce Lee is insane. And just like real humble, funny dude too, man. Like just had it all together. I'm sure he could have done it though. I'm pretty sure he wanted to. Alright, so ID, let's see here, where were we? Tribute link. And they want us to target link window. I should have just copied this. Let's see, while we're here. That right there. Oh. I'm used to this new keyboard here. And this isn't a self-closing thing, so I need to learn more about Bruce Lee on Wikipedia. Yeah. That and his 1-inch punch. I had my friend was teaching me, we went to the Y and they were doing, it's called sticky hands, and that's how you practice Wing Chun. Um, and like they were practicing the 1 inch punches on like these mats against the wall and like just shaking the whole wall. And that was them. That wasn't Bruce Lee. I had to do sticky hands with some blindfolded dude and got my ass kicked. And then I had to do it with some really short old lady, and she was intimidating as fuck. She just was like just staring me down, just like looking up at me with no fear. I was like, oh my god. Alright. So we got that. User story number 7. I should see it. Okay, that's the one we just did. Number 8. The image element should responsibly resize relative to the width of its parent element without exceeding its original size. So image should be centered. Okay, that's it. Alright, so now we're on to the CSS portion. We got our let's close this. Got everything laid out. Save. Let's see here. Hide my face. Oh, you're gonna have to remind me later. Thanks. Okay, let me do some things. Let's get Bootstrap open. Docs. And the first thing we want to look up is responsive images. Image fluid. So if we give this a class equals image fluid, shrinks. Okay, so that's good. What's next? It should be centered within his parent element. See here, center. MX Auto. Your feng shui. Change is always nice. I got this fucking fake ass tapestry behind me because my walls are just gray and dull and boring. Okay, so MX Auto. And if we say we need to give it a yeah, for sure. I wish I could move stuff around, but like there's just no room to do it any other way. My room is jam-packed with shit. Got a weight bench. Got shelves. Got my huge ass fucking desk with my fucking TV. Got my bed. I need to pick up more. This isn't the worst it's ever been, but like all that shit over there could be cleaned up. It would look nicer. I don't really use the table for anything else, so. Probably need a dust. It's dusty AF here. Is my face still hidden? There it is. Good. Well, I'm doing things, and I'm always worried like my stoner ass like forgot and like changed it back. We get some weeds in the chat. Weeds. Where's my emojis? Yeah. Like my weed emojis or whatever. 420 nug. I wonder if I should try to use grid with this. I don't remember anything I learned about grid there. We're using Bootstrap. Has to have a width. But if we just make it flex, is there anything grid system? But I don't think this is CSS grid. Flex. Alright, so let's make this class equals dflex. Yeah. In HTML, our comments are written like this. Oh, I think I did that wrong. Boom. So that's flex. We want to make it a row though. So we do flex column. Oh my. Oh my. Oops, that's ID. Yeah, comments. Comments. You can comment in most things. I think comments in CSS are just this. Here's a comment. And then I think JavaScript is slashes. I wish that they would just make all comments the same syntax. That'll never, ever, 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 ever happen. Ever. I'm gonna go ahead and put that to the side too. Yeah. That's actually in most, still hiding right yet. In most like packages and stuff, you'll have like something called a JSON file, and you'll have like author information. Normal people never see that though. Some of like modern sites are implementing yeah, because there's a file called robots.txt that you can have on your server if you have it at the root thing, and web like search engine scrapers will look at that to determine whether they're allowed to look at certain pages or resources. So some modern sites or developers will put a humans.txt, and so anybody can go to that if it's there. And it's literally the site.com or .whatever / humans.txt, and it just says some odd background things going on. What do you mean? Oh. My bad. Huh. All right. Let's see here. This. Yeah. Coding, man, when I first started learning, like I first started learning HTML, which is this, and then CSS I learned, and then I learned like PHP and MySQL to do like dynamic stuff and to read from a database. And then like you start learning about the dynamic stuff and like JavaScript too, which is like doing dynamic stuff with animations or whatnot on the client side. Things are way more complicated, and then there's all these packages, and you have to learn how to use all these tools, and it's like learning how to trade stocks. It's like there's a lot of things thrown at you at once that you have to learn. But once you learn everything, it's kind of just like, oh, okay. Most things are structured similarly. Yeah. I honestly think everybody should learn how to program. It's honestly like it's not another language. I mean it is, but like it's learning how to talk to the computer. Should learn right now, dude. It's easier now. Do this right here. I did this first. I'm starting on the projects now. This is supposed to be 300 hours worth of. I did this in like 5 streams. I mean, it might take you longer, but this right here has like everything to get you started. And there's still money to be made in this industry. Even if you're doing stupid web shit. I got a guy right now that wants me to work for him, but I like just wrap something up. So, I don't know. Gotta do the stream. That's another thing that's good. Learning how to use the terminal is a big thing. Like right here, I'm running my own chat bot. Then like I have this thing here. I don't need to do that though. All sorts of things. You can do lots of stuff. Move files. You can copy files. You can delete files. Actually, that's RM. You can ping stuff. You could visit a website from the terminal if you wanted. Is that even installed? No, it's... yeah. I don't know how to use that, but you can look at how your system's doing. Learning how to use a terminal is like, I don't know, getting closer to God. Maybe that's just me though. I don't know. Yeah, you learn about that when you get into server stuff, which is more this area. Yeah, you're always running. I don't know, programs that run on the command line are just simpler. Like if you, I don't know, I don't like GUI interfaces because they're all like different and try to do something different unless you're on Windows. So you're like, oh, where do I do this in this fucking app? And how does this work? In terminal, it's just like type some words and boom. You can do commands and pipe them to other commands, and if you wanted to, you could set up a network of computers on Amazon's infrastructure and have it do crazy stuff. All right. Am I? Dude, I feel like I'm basic. I like still. Thing about like industry like this is you're always learning, but in most you have to because everything evolves. But especially in this, there's like I don't remember the stats, but there's like a new JavaScript library out probably like every fucking 5 minutes. I don't know. There's like 50 million different best ways that have come about how to do things. I mean, there is never a single best way, but something I learned like when CSS first came out um, was deemed like bad doing it that way, and we coders invented this whole other way to like do it, and then because it was better, and now we're coming back to like being like, oh, maybe the old way is actually better. So it's super funny. All right, we got all the stuff. We just are styling now. We need to make column. That's probably not right. Oh, look at that. So apparently it was. All right, let's look into. We're just learning this thing is here. This thing exists in browsers. This is like. I help people that get stuck on like their text is like white on a white background and they can't figure out what's wrong. I don't know what it is. But it literally lets you like browse into every little piece. We got our image here. You can see the code matches up here. So this is 100. Okay, now we need to give this an MX auto. No? Without exceeding its original size. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the developer console, so like you can see JavaScript stuff, and this tab's real important because this is like gives you, if you refresh here, gives you like this waterfall view of like all the resources loading in and how long it takes. It's taking forever. You can get like your cookies and stuff. Yeah. Security stuff, memory stuff. This is literally everything. So like, it's funny if a website tries to prevent you from right-clicking and saving an image. you can just come in here and get it. Like, let's look for Wikipedia. Yeah. Unless they do some real magic stuff and try to hide it, but almost always you can get at it. Here we go. Bruce Lee. Boom. Save. That's a real useful one. You can even, I don't know, you can do all sorts of stuff. Oh, is this why my... Oh no, that's just for the throttling. You can do an audit on your site. This literally here... Okay, oh my god. There's so many people that are... Like, I use Upwork. There's so many people use, like, posting about, like, oh, make my site faster. They want, like, perfect scores and stuff. One, that's really expensive to do. If you want a dynamic, like, site. Two, like, this is built in and it will, like, run all the stuff for you and tell you what to do. Like, why would... I don't understand. If you have a developer, I don't understand why you're just... They just don't know about it. It will tell you. Fix this, fix that. Some stuff is easier than others. I charge people just to, like, do performance reviews on their site, and I just literally run this. It's insane. I also, like, tell them, like, what out of the options it gives you are, like, least expensive to pursue to make your site faster. A good portion of sites could probably be a lot faster if they just weren't built for, like, end users, for, like, people that didn't know how to write code, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, you can still do it and stuff, but it's like you have to be at the cutting edge and, like, using all the latest. Sometimes that, or a lot of code flying around at once, which is probably still bad code. Okay. What do we want to do here? I need a timeline. This dude's life. So we're gonna need a UL. Surprisingly, this isn't a thing. We're gonna need some list items here. I wonder if this has... It does. Ooh, that's nice. What? What? What the fuck's going on? Well, that's not good. Does this work? I mean, that works. But I kind of need... Okay, now you're... I'm so confused. Okay. Now it's working. Okay, weird. Weird. Okay. That's coding for you. Things work and then they don't work and then they do. And then you're like, what? You literally didn't change anything, it just works. Alright. This is gonna want, we're gonna want this up here. Let's look at their tribute page again. What did they have altogether? Just a picture, a little subheading, timeline of his life, quote about him, and then